Welcome to the Emancipating Scion first take.
Yes, the first. So as we left off, you had started making some friends with your two captors?
Killers?
Something.
Something, yeah.
They're definitely related to you somehow. Through some kind of association.
Yeah.
The evening is drawing to a close. Both of your guardians are removing their armor. Julian looks to you and says, "You still don't have your gear. If you try to run for it, the Guar will take you out long before any of us could put an end to you. Just so you know."
That's a reasonable underestimation of my abilities.
Well, mostly, I really don't want to have to spend half the night awake watching you. So can you just agree to stay?
Sure.
And he finishes getting ready to lay down on his bedroll. His more quiet companion gives him a pretty stern look for a moment, which you can actually read now that he's removed his helmet.
Mm-hmm.
But after a few moments of Julian completely ignoring him, he looks to you and gives you a
younger sister.
He goes to lay down as well.
Okay.
What do you do? Okay.
Shit. I didn't restart the recording after I had stopped it earlier.
It's fine.
Cool. So, we did some training. I met Ghoul Adam, the champion of the Ursula. Ghoul Adam is his title, actually. His real name is Solomon, with a weird letter at the end. Solomon? Something like that.
Zalamund.
It was D.
The weirdest letter.
Yeah.
D.
I used my renowned moves to sneak into the out of my tent and to meet Cinnamon Vorpal as she was meditating with the spirits. They pulled the dick move and didn't warn her that I had crept in, so she was shocked to see me. I told her that I I told her that Caius Cosades might be a comrade, but he is sure trying to get me or another stooge to act as the Nereverar so that he can manipulate their people, and they need to be aware of that. And then I asked her very politely to tell me what the Nereverar is supposed to do in the prophecies so that I can avoid doing that, and she told me she wasn't going to tell me because I'm not a member of the clan, and I asked to be adopted, and she said that only the Ghoul Adam is allowed to do that. So I went up to his tent, and I am currently getting dragged away from his tent when I pull the move, challenge someone dangerous. I'm going to yell at the top of my lungs, Solomon, I challenge you. I challenge you to recognize me as one of your people, or to fight me for the right to be seen as one of yours.
Okay. So they definitely think they're stronger than you. The Ashcan.
I kicked his ass.
The Ashcan. You said you were coming up to the Ashcan, not the Gulakan.
That's a different. Okay.
Yeah,
yes.
the Gulakan is
So
the champion of the tribe. The Ashcan's the one that determines who can stay or go.
Okay. Cool. Well, I challenge him. He can send his champion after me.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he definitely thinks he's stronger than you, regardless.
Okay.
So you do get a +1.
Yeah, the crowd is definitely not on my side. And if they cared about my opinion, we would have talked beforehand.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Okay, come on. Okay, so +1. That's a 6. On a miss, your target turns the tables on you with cutting words or very real threats. Suffer 2 strain to resist their provocations, or immediately do something foolish and risky in response.
The Ashcan leaves his tent. His face is uncovered, and his spear is in his right hand. He looks you up and down coolly and says, "You were delivered to us in sorry state. We took you in. We've fed you, we've clothed you, we've allowed you to have free reign of the camp. To an extent that no captive would have any reason to expect. We have shown you hospitality beyond what you could possibly imagine as an outlander among the Urshulaku."
And what is that?
Be silent, the Ashcan speaks. And yet you demand access to our tribe. You come as an imperial dog, and you act as the Imperials always do, demanding and demanding, expanding your empire. But if you want to join our tribe, then let the ancestors make their choice. Ready him for a journey into the burial grounds. He will meet the spirit of our ancestors, and if he is judged to be worthy, then they will return him to us, a full member of the Urshulaku.
I accept your challenge.
Then let it be done.
Okay. Once he's done with this, I'm going to say, what you described is exactly like acting like a family. You've saved my life and fed me and housed me, and I really appreciate it. I would really like it if we could make this like formal and I could be part of the family.
He is turned away and walked back into his yurt.
Well, the other two heard me, and they know that my that I'm sincere. And
Julian has gone like stock still in his nightwear and helmet. And,
Okay,
and
so-
Ashimanu is shaking where he's holding your other arm. The two of them take a moment and gather themselves before looking at each other and looking at you and saying,
Burial grounds?
"Where we leave our dead." The ancestors protect our dead. None who do not bear our marks may enter, but it is a place of the dead. He has not set you a challenge. He's sending you to die.
Well, he said there was an option to come back.
The two of them sort of drag you into their yurt after a moment in which their eyes connect. They pull you down to sit on your bedroll, and Julian looks frantically into your eyes and says, "I know where your gear is. I will give it to you. You can leave today. I do not want to see you die. I've come to think of you as something like a cousin."
Okay, what's so dangerous about this burial ground? I've been to one place like that before, and I ran out, but I survived.
You are not Urshulaku. And
I wasn't a member of the tribe whose tomb I visited either.
was it a House Dunmer burial site? They are very different.
Oh, I have no idea. Okay, what's the danger? Why are you scared for me?
The false gods of the tribunal, they feed on the ancestors of the great House Dunmer. They do not feed on ours. Our spirits, our ancestors are very much alive.
Oh, they haven't been harvested this whole time.
And so, the danger that you walk into is greater than you can possibly imagine. As I said, I've come to think of you as a cousin, much as I do Ashmanu, and Ashmanu here nods along with Julan. I do not want to see your death. Please, leave.
No, I am going to take on his challenge. I might not be of your tribe, but those are also my ancestors.
Then you are a fool. But I knew that from the moment that I met you. Very well. I'm sure the wise woman will arrive soon enough to make the preparations.
Okay, can you show me what your tattoo, what your tribe tattoo looks like?
He points to a line of he takes his helmet off and points to a line of scarification on the cheekbones. But this is not...
Gladius is disappointed. I wanted to try to use my moving tattoo to imitate those, but they're scarifications instead. So I'm just like, okay, well, I can't fake that with a moving tattoo. Okay.
Less than an hour later, Sinamu Mirpal arrives with a skein of something. She squeezes some out into her palm, rubs it between them, and it's a sickly green. She smears it under your eyes, down the sides of your cheeks, and along your forehead back into your hair. She pulls it up from the top of your back along the sides of your shaved head.
The ash. What's the big guy's name?
Sulmatul.
Okay, what's his title?
Ashcan.
Ashcan.
Like Khan,
Yeah.
like Genghis Khan, and Ash, like
Yeah.
Ashlander.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ash Khan.
Leader. Okay. The Ashcan's hands are like pretty big, right?
Who are you asking?
Cinnamon Vorpal.
She nods.
So he's probably not one to handle the fine tools for the tattoos. I assume that means you give the tattoos.
I serve the Ashcan and those of the living, as is the duty of the ancestors, as a guardian.
Can I have some tattoos before I go in there?
She looks at you, and there's a deep sadness in her eyes, and she says, "No."
He did say to prepare me for the...
As I have done. The markings will allow you to pass through the ghost fence. But you will not be able to leave unless you are given the blessing of our ancestors.
How do I do that?
Place. You must go to our burial caverns, to the deepest pools in which our dead are rested. First, surviving the dead that you will encounter there. These dead who walk are not our ancestors. They are a manifestation of our protection. Feel free to strike them down. But know that the spirit of our tribe is this place, is all of us, is the sum of all of the Urshulaku, and you are not Urshulaku, and no matter what I could do to your face, he would see into your heart. Beyond that, I wish you luck. But I know of no help that I can offer.
You've offered plenty.
With that, she stands and says, "The Ashcan has permitted you use of your gear in this excursion, but you are to be held under heavy guard on the trek to the caverns themselves."
Wouldn't it be smarter for me to gear up once I'm up there?
Perhaps, but the road is perilous. She hands you a familiar backpack that you haven't seen in a while.
Okay. You didn't manage to sell any of it?
No.
Okay. Well... I'm sorry that the whole ransom plan fell through.
No. With that, she stands and leaves.
Okay. I'm gonna go to see Ashmanu, and I'm going to say, alright, if the fence needs to see my face to let me through, I guess I won't be. I guess I won't be needing this. So I'm gonna hand over my helmet. I'm gonna keep the mask, but handing over the helmet, I'm going to say, if you get a little bit of blood on there and you show it to my boss, you might still be able to make some money, whether I return or not.
Julian says, well, we'll be the first to know.
And if you're not careful, also the last.
With that, Julan and Ashmanu, who themselves have been gearing up while the wise woman was painting your face green.
They're gonna get themselves killed. I can't believe I'm leaving them into such a dangerous situation, and they're thinking exactly the same thing.
The three of you set out into the Ashlands, traveling deeper, further away from civilization. It's not long before a pretty thick ash storm kicks up, but Julan and Ashmanu both clearly know their ways. They continue moving forward, feeling along the path with the butts of their spears for what it's hard to say. With your blind sense, you can sense stone piles periodically, which they seem to be conscious of as they get closer and closer, as they are following them. But you travel deeper and deeper. The sun is near to setting by the time the three of you stop in front of a cliffside outcropping, which immediately catches the eye, as through the ash storm it emitted a unearthly green glow, quite similar in fact to the color of the paint that adorns your face now. It glows green through the storm, sort of like a light for moths. You're drawn towards it. As you approach, Julan and Ashmanu stop. Ashmanu immediately takes a pack off of his back. Julan explains, we will make camp here tonight and the next night. If you have not emerged by then, we will return to the Urshulaku and inform them of your death.
Okay. The fence leads directly to the dungeon I'm supposed to go in?
Our burial caverns, yes.
Okay. Then why is it called a fence and not a gate? I think I saw on the map. Is it all around the top of the mountain?
That is a ghost fence, powered by the false gods. But a true burial cavern is guarded by a ghost fence of its own, powered by our true ancestors.
Do the same markings work for both?
Not the same markings. Perhaps something similar applies to those powered by the false.
What about ladders?
He pushes his arm higher and higher and says, none that I know go so high. Regardless, this is where we will wait for you. Again, this is your last chance. If you run from us now, you were lost in the ash storm.
I look at the ebony blade and I think to myself, this isn't the smart thing that Mephala would want me to do, but okay, I'm going to say, you speak to me like a brother who cares that I do not throw my life away. um, you've spoken to the wise woman. You know stuff about the Nerevarar myth that I need to find out.
I'm a fool. I chatter. I'm a member of the tribe. I am, of course, a follower of the Nerevarine. I believed in Peak Star as much as anybody, but...
Peak Star?
The last incarnate.
Okay.
But I could not tell you the road that is walked by the true Nerevar reborn.
No, you don't. You don't know anything about your people's. Okay. What do you know of the religion you follow, of the Nerevar? Tell me everything you know about the Nerevar, and we're good.
Nerevar is not a god or someone that we follow. We follow our ancestors.
Yes.
Nerevar, however, is mighty general, the Ashcan of Ashcans, and he who, well, I say he, but when reborn will come and lead us to victory, drive the Empire from the Isle, and make all right as it should be in Resdane.
And like what signs are you on the lookout for to report back to your wise woman that you've surely Pixar must have done certain things to make it clear that they were the Nerevar. What did you do?
I was a child when she came to us. I don't know most of the details. Peakstar.
There's no rumor mill in your village is tiny. How? Okay.
And she's been missing for 20 years. Presumed dead. We don't speak of it.
This isn't.
I know.
I was told this was something of the Ashlander culture, but it can't be culture if it's been kept so secret. I don't understand.
Look, I'm a hunter. I am not a wise woman nor a keeper of lore.
Okay, tell me, what do your prayers to the Nerevar sound like? What?
I do not pray to Nerevar. I pray to the good Daedra that guide us and to my ancestors. Now, if you ask me for the rituals of how to honor my great-grandfather versus my mother's grandfather, then I could give you all the details you long for. But this I don't know.
You're telling me you believe in your heart that there is a person who is coming, who is going to fix all of your problems, and you have not at any point wondered, how will I know this person from any other person?
The wise woman will tell me.
What?
And besides, she was wrong the time before. I don't know. I don't know anything. I just know I don't want you to die here.
I'm sorry, I can't. Do you know which tribe I might be a member of?
There were many Ashlanders. If the wise woman doesn't know, how would I?
Well, okay. What's the like? You keep tabs on each other, right? Where's the nearest camp?
Well, we're the furthest west of the main camps. I've spent most of my time east of the Foyada, or rather, I spent all of my life on the east side of the Foyada. From what you've described in our time together, it seems as if you're from West Gash, not the Ashlands proper. Some of those groups do convene with us in great events as members of the Urshulaku. Others are either outcasts from our tribe or from others, and we do not commune with them. But the ways that you've discussed, while similar, are different from what I know as an Urshulaku. You are not one of us. How I wish you were. Now, one last time, as your friend, as someone who does think of you like a brother, will you walk away from this?
That sounds like the smarter decision. I don't know. I don't know where, but I don't know where else to go. I don't know where else to go to belong, to be somewhere where I'm with my people, and this is the closest I've ever been since I was 5 years old. So
then go now. You bear the markings to allow you into the place of the dead. Go and join them. Julian, is wearing a mask that seems quite upset, but he turns his back to you and begins helping Ashmanu put the tent up.
Okay. I'm gonna go through the ghost fence.
Okay. As you make contact with the green light, you feel your hands sink through it. It's thicker than water, but permeable, like an ooze as you pass your way through, cold and clinging. Your hands seem to make it through the resistance, but they almost feel numb. You can't process anything. As you step through, you enter a cavern, dark, but with glowing green pools aligned on either side of a worn, rocky bridge that leads deeper into the caverns. I have a couple of images. Hold on.
Right. Was that the dungeon you mentioned that you wanted me to go to anyways?
Maybe. Sorry. That's one image.
Okay. I'm not sure what I'm looking at.
Well, those are...
Platforms for a jumping puzzle?
And mummies. Is more what I was trying to show you. All of them have little mummies on them. So the pools are glowing green. As you look over the edge of the bridge, you can see eyes staring back at you. Eyes and empty faces. Despite the water, you see the desiccated bodies of those long past huddled in on themselves, their faces facing towards you, blank and empty, their mouths held open in a eternal rictus. Of course, as you proceed, it is not without danger. There are skeletons walking. There are ghosts haunting. Challenges that you have faced in the past and are able to make through without substantial strain. But the caverns themselves are labyrinthine. And however far you walk, it seems almost as if you are making no progress. What do you do?
I would like to look for hints as to the nature of this these ancestors that I seek. So I would like to recognize a god.
Yeah.
I want to recognize the signs or influence of a god of the cradle. I'm in their domain.
That's for sure.
I'm okay. I guess not familiar with their gospel. Man, it's if only I'd selected religion in my proficiencies in the previous game system. I could be like, I'm familiar with every gospel. Okay, it'd be bad if you didn't know.
I think that goes without saying here. So okay. You got a +2.
+2. Okay. 8 + 2, 10. That's an overkill. No.
Okay.
On an overkill, you realize your divinity is actively trespassing against them right now. The GM will say how.
Okay. So, you notice something, stranger than normal about these mummies sitting within pools of water. Of course, Gladius probably doesn't know enough about the desiccation process to realize that a mummy underwater doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they would be part of the pool by now.
But in the low light of the cavern, you find yourself attuning quite deeply to all of your senses, and as you hold the ebony blade in your hand, you can almost feel the webs of power echoing through this place. Your eyes sort of relax in the labyrinth, and you can sort of see the echo of the space that you're in. And specifically, you can see threads pulling out of the mummies and towards something deeper into the cavern. But as your eyes sort of try to relax and try to get a bigger shape of things, all of a sudden that dim sort of spectral sickly light brightens and expands and seems to come rushing toward you. You feel all of a sudden a presence in the air, and all of a sudden the air itself seems to glow brightly in front of you. That same sickly green that you've seen everywhere else is pulsing and present, and moves to surround you entirely.
I put my mask back on.
Fair enough.
Damn it. This game is hard. I am Okay. I'm going to challenge someone dangerous. I'm going to say, what? You perceive me as an intruder? I belong here.
Okay.
I have the markings. I have the blood. You, get out of my way.
So they definitely think they're stronger than you. So you have a +1 on your roll.
Yeah. I'm saying get out of my way or be destroyed. So I'm foolish or risky action you hope they'll take. I hope they'll
Like
let me through to see the ancestors, or if this is the ancestors, that they'll like recognize me. Do they care about my opinion? Oh, there's no crowd. Shit.
I'm gonna make an exception here.
Okay.
Like
Front of an audience. I guess all of the other I guess the ancestors are an audience.
my thoughts exactly.
Okay,
All right.
cool.
But
So
you have
the
a +1.
ancestors, they're on my side, right?
You have a +1.
Oh, fuck. Oh, it's a 5 that's a 6 again. On a 6, your target turns the tables on you with cutting words or very real threats. Suffer 2 strain to resist their provocation, or immediately do something foolish and risky in response. I'm gonna avoid the strain, and
But you hear words whisper into your ears as if spoken by 1,000 voices. This is not your place. Your breath is an intrusion into this space. Why don't you lay down and breathe in the waters of death? And mark 2 strain if you don't lay down and breathe in the waters of death.
I am going to say I'm not looking to belong with the dead, but to belong with my people. Okay. Immediately do something foolish or and risky in response. Give me 1 second to I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something foolish and risky. I'm gonna attempt communion directly with the ancestors. I'm gonna try to basically open my mind to them, show them my memories, show them my identity and what I'm willing to sacrifice to be recognized, and to also get their point of view on the whole situation. So I'm gonna wield the power.
Ooh. So you've done something like this, but not exactly this and not perfectly. Last time you tried something like this, Nine Toes bled from his eyes.
I was hoping this was more. Well, I didn't succeed in contacting Mefala either, so I guess none of those examples were me succeeding.
Are you desperate for this to work?
I feel like if I'm desperate enough that I know that there can be some pretty bad downsides to me using this type of magic. I'm doing it in a place of my personal ancestors. It's not I would prefer not to break everything in this place. I would prefer not to defile or like sanctify with another divinity's power this place. This is like the fact that I'm willing to like
You trying this is
Yeah.
enough. You don't need to mark the strain. Like you're. Are you going to mark the strain or not? Essentially,
I'm not going.
Okay.
I'm not going to mark the strain. I'm like I'm desperate because I you know how I haven't used magic around civilians.
Mhm.
They like the ancestors feel like like basically just civilians who are dead, who are like undead,
Mhm.
you know. So I like this is why I am desperate in this moment.
Okay.
Oh, so I do mark. Oh, right.
So if you're desperate, you mark
a
one strain.
Fuck.
But if you're just
Okay.
like if you're not desperate enough to like really strain yourself into it.
You're close to shrine, lair, or domain of the god you took this power from. This is a place of communion with the dead.
You know what? It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mark the strain then, because having a +1 and not being desperate is what's worked for me in the past to wield the power. Come on. 10 +1, 11. Fuck! Oh!
Okay. All right.
Alright.
So.
On an overkill, the GM will describe how you also. Okay, so on a hit, you do it. On an overkill, it says how you also drain, terrify, or wreck what's around you. So this is so like I successfully get through to this to the ancestors, but consequences.
Okay. So you connect with the ancestors, and you sort of realize that it is all of them and none of them. By the ancestors, this is truly a combination of every life that's been tied to the Urshulaku together, and communally they are their own god.
Yeah. Memory soup.
Very much so. So you're wading through 1,000 lives 1,000 times over, and to really parse that is difficult, but you are communing with them. So first, let's focus on the information that you're trying to get from them, since you did succeed, and then once you sort of zone out of the like Vulcan mind trick.
I'm not trying to get information. What I
Okay.
was trying to get, I'm trying to come out of there with the scars.
Okay.
Or a sign that like I'm like that they've accepted me. This is what I'm this is why like I'm wielding this power to make them see that they should give me the either the scars or a sign that I can come back to the tribe with.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. You can tell from the way that you're communing with them that their ultimate goal, their drive, their power is sanctuary. They are this space. They are safety and security, but also a place set apart and sanctified.
Mm-hmm.
That is what they function as. But they, how to say, they cannot okay, hold on. I'm trying to phrase this into game terms, but in mechanical terms.
Hold on. All they said is I needed to come back through the gates. So what? In this case, like seeing what's happening, I'm just going to ask, let me leave. let me leave.
Okay. You feel with that thought an inescapable hunger. You are here. You are theirs. There is no way for you to leave this place with this deity fully intact and yourself separate from them. You have entered their sanctuary. You are of it. You are theirs, but not in the way you would like to be.
Okay.
But you do also sense that the pools that you see around you are very deeply tied to this being, to the spirits themselves. There's a reason that the bodies are placed within the water.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that's as much as I can get you with communion.
Yeah. Will the power.
Oh right, but
how do I drain, terrify, or wreck what's around me?
Stalactites start falling from the ceiling as the earth shakes around you. The water, it begins splashing around and onto the bridge, and you can feel the thick cold touching your hands as things begin to fall into the pools. It feels almost like this entire structure is becoming unstable because of the force of your connection to this god, truly, of the Urshalaku.
Okay. Okay. I am going to. I am going to say enough. I'm gonna draw Mephala sword. I'm gonna brandish it, saying your sanctuary has been breached. A piece of the goddess Mephala has made its way, has intruded into your sanctuary. I'm going to put the blade next to the throat of a mummy, and I'm going to say, "You're in this moment. You are vulnerable. The only way you can regain the purity of your sanctuary is for this blade to leave, and if you kill me, it will stay here forever. I offer to spare you, if you will spare me." So when you confront a god in their true form and reveal you know their downfall, I'm bluffing. I don't know. I don't know if that's their downfall. I'm just hoping that threatening the mummies that are protected by the pools will work. But I relent at the last moment. I just described how I spare them, and I roll 2d6. Do I get to trigger the move?
Yes, but not for why Gladius thinks. But we can talk about that out of character.
Oh. Cool. I'm super interested to find out how I stumbled on their true form and their downfall. But yeah, okay, 2d6, let's fucking go. Come on. Sparing a god, let's do it. Oh man, after that I'm gonna be a vagabond. I'm not gonna be able to get to the servant moves again. Okay, so that's 8. On 7 to 9, they perform a single favor of your choosing, such as lifting a curse or performing a miracle.
Which, in this case, they are going to give you the boon of releasing you from the sanctuary.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Cool. Also, it says at the bottom, regardless of your role, you receive a semblance of their power.
Mm-hmm.
So I get sanctuary as well.
Mm-hmm. So
What's the? Do I just call it ancestor?
You can call it the ancestor of the Ursulaku, if ancestor is not enough for you.
No, I'm just gonna write ancestor,
Okay.
and it's the power of sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
You feel the waters curve back from the blade as you hold it to the mummy's throat. And the green, like sickly green miasma that fills the place also draws back from your skin. You blink your eyes as the ectoplasm that had been painted onto your face peels back as well. The green glow all around you. You hear again with a voice of 1,000 whispers. It says, "You intrude in this space. You defile it. Leave mortal with your breath intact."
I am going to say thank you. I hope we are on good terms when we meet when I return.
Come back when you are ready to join our legion.
I will. I think that like as the last of the connection with this thing leaves, I think I see this entity, this like memory soup as the true, like maybe one of the truest expressions of my paladin oath, of like this entity is the commune, right? Like the like what endures of the commune after every member has like passed but is still here.
But that said, the cavern is still trembling with
Shit,
the
I
force
run.
and use of the power. Yeah, so you're running. The ghostly emanations. It feels almost like it's fighting to keep the ceiling up, but stalactites fall and crash into pools all around you. Mafala's blade is not the only thing that is defiling this sacred space. You make it back out through the ghost fence, and you feel it allow you through, though it steals your breath with how cold it is. But you push back out, and you feel the grit of ash clawing its way into your face, and you've never felt it to be a more welcome sensation as you find yourself in open night air once again. But you hear a horrendous crash from behind you. And yet, the ghost fence remains, still glowing sickly green, even though instead of even as you feel the thuds of crashes behind you, you've truly desecrated and destroyed this sacred space, but maybe not that which lived within it. And I think that's where we'll have to stop for the night.
So I did use my powers to start the conversation, but I wasn't really using any supernatural powers when I overcame a dangerous obstacle with my mortal wits and skills alone.
Yeah, I mean, you got some information from it, but you were still using your wits, so yeah.
Divinity awakened. I'm ugly again. Okay, good place to stop.
Mm-hmm.
I think star, I was I was unsure how we were going to proceed in a way that was like you know, like there's a lot of tropes going into this, and I was interested in doing something that both felt right but also felt new. Like like the I belong here, but those people they haven't accepted me yet. Storyline. It's been done in a lot of different ways, and I think that we did like a mixture of like Gladys's humor and desperation to belong, and like brashness made it like I feel like I skipped the first the like I skipped some of the like some of the earlier stages by going, all right, I'm just gonna go and talk to the big heads, and we're gonna like
hash this shit out.
Yeah, like here's the thing, I'm limited in the number of in which moves I can take, so sometimes I just gotta challenge someone dangerous, you know, it's the only way forward. Yeah, and I guess my my wish, I also want to say you felt more prepared than in the previous sessions. Yeah. I think my wish is the same as last time when you were describing the light coming towards me and how it was green. You repeated yourself a little bit. I think it's like and like you like I would be interested to see what's like untypical, what's different when you like never mind. No, I'm having trouble formulating it because I'm tired.
You can take your time with it too. Like I feel what you mean about like I had already said it was green, but I mostly like when trying to describe like the actions of an amorphous blob of ancestor spirits.
Yeah.
Like it's difficult in its own way, and also I'm also tired.
Yeah. The way that I might have done it is to be like, there are a lot of special effects happening, and your graphics card would have trouble with all of the that are happening.
Right.
Like like yeah, like something like, you know, by mentioning particle effects, I'm like, it's not what you would describe it like in universe, but it is very evocative of the type of magical swirling and
it is also, it's always so hard for me when I'm like going off script from the game,
yeah,
because I don't have like a visual imagination like that. So like I'm trying to describe something that I don't see in a way that allows you to see it.
Yeah, that's why generally I like, that's why I recommend using like analogs.
Right,
You know
but
I mean?
what I'm saying is like, I guess I don't have a mental picture of what it looks like either.
Right. Yeah. Okay. You like.
I've assigned it traits, but I'm not picturing something. So like,
Yeah.
all I'm really doing is describing those traits again, and I
well,
didn't come up with like creative traits around it.
Yeah. I suppose like more traits to add details. Like I don't know. Like this thing might have coalesced into the form of a skeleton with 100 skulls, or like.
Or, you know, the after images of 1,000 ghosts layered on top of one another, where it's impossible to tell where one starts and the other ends.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of going for more like ghosty, ectoplasm-y vibes.
Or like, since I was communing with them, instead of seeing their appearance, I instead starts to perceive myself from thousands of eyes all around me.
Yeah. No, these are
like.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like I'm.
It's hard.
Like it's.
This game is hard.
Yeah. No. I mean, like, yes. Usually, most of this session would have been like the dealing of the dungeon, of the traps and the undead and stuff like this. But that happened in like 20
anyway,
seconds.
you continue. So you continue.
Like that happened in 20 seconds. And I like that because it is like when we reach the end game in Final Fantasy X, that type of fighting is no longer of consequence. It can look cool. I guess one more thing that you might be able to rely on is to invite me to take over the narration.
Oh, that's
like,
a good point.
You can be like, if you are coming up to this you're coming with a blank as describing this thing. You can ask me, what's one horrifying thing that you that stands out to you as this thing's appearance comes out, right?
Yeah.
That's one of the great things about those games is you can actually turn the questions on the players.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good.
Like, you're encouraged to do so in a lot of the Apocalypse worlds. I don't know if it's like as like, because this game is a solo game, it might not have been like encouraged as much, but it's a very important mechanic to make sure like all of the players are taking part in the like creative process. Yeah.
Heard.
What are your star and?
I will admit, so I was a little like anxious about how to have things play out when you were just like, and then I break into Cinnamon Purple's tent, and like even when that wrapped up, you were then like, and then I go and bother the Ashcan, and I was just like, how the fuck am I gonna tie this together? But I actually love it, and I could tell that it was partially like you wanted more agency as a character, and partially like it's something stupid that Gladius would do, and it felt very in character, and like I don't know, the dice worked out really well in that moment. Like I kind of had decided that no matter how you rolled, you were going to get sent here. Yes. But it determined what the tone would be leading up to it.
That's the like looking back on it. That's what I figure. If it had been on a hint, they would have raised to the bait, and they would have been like, "Ha! You think you can be one of us? Well, let's see if the ancestors agree." Or something along those lines. So I knew that the move, you might not see how I was gonna get out of there, but like the moves always show an interesting path forward. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I thought that was really like, it was a good way to combine like the characters' motivations, and also I think that you very intentionally picked challenge someone dangerous because like it was something that would have the highest chance of giving what you wanted, even on a failure. And so that seemed very smart to me, both as like player and character. Very, very good. And wish, I guess. My wish is to hand you the reins on descriptions more often. Because that's smart. It's really smart, and you're good at that stuff. So let's teamwork.
Like, that's the thing about like a video game that you're adapting. If there's stuff that you have to visually represent that aren't in the game, you don't need to. You can just ask your players to do the hard work for you. Like, and you don't even need to say like do all of the hard work. You can ask some very specific questions. That's like, what's oh, you're meeting this noble. What's one thing that really stands out about them, right? Like, you, even if you are only asking for a single detail, you can build off of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
which that was also another star. Was I really liked the description you gave of Zabamund when you said like what felt dark or unnerving, like describing the trophies adorned on his armor. Like that's good. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
More stuff like that.
Yeah. Like I like the way this move feels a little bit like cheating when you feel someone or something out, because I can just decide to what is welcoming about them, and that's an easy way for me to be like, they want to be my friend. That is a description of something that is welcoming. Like it's so like I thought it was more interesting to describe something dark and unnerving, and to let you decide in which way is this character welcoming.
Which I hope that, like, giving you, well, he's not trying to kill you.
Yeah. Yeah, like,
was a pretty good balance there.
I agree.